Yeah.
Yeah. My come and never sleep on me. Eyes on my chain, so you know I go get it. What you looking at, fool? 너의 눈 허리 멍청했고 find your comfort from another, yeah. I go low like undercover, yeah. Wanna know my name, 죽지 않은 일은 위에 부어버려 기름. Yes, you can even guess me, cause I'm baby.
Hello everybody, welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Oliver.
And I'm Kimberly Russell with Keller Williams Realty.
And today we are going to be talking about realty. Did I say that right?
Sure.
We'll be talking about whether Matt knows how to say realty or not.
Yes, because I am going to mess that up because, God.
Do you want to know a tip?
What?
Real estate.
Real estate. Say that
Much
instead?
easier. Yeah.
Okay.
Much easier.
There you go.
That works
Look,
Yep.
we already learned something.
a whole lot better than when I was trying to say that over and over and over again.
That's why I'm here.
But first, we would like to wish you a belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So-
It's only the first minute.
I know. Wow. Where do we go from here?
Did you do anything exciting on your birthday?
I did. I had some showings for some clients of mine, and that was fun because they're great and I really like them.
Nice.
And then I went out for brunch with my friends.
Nice.
Perfect day.
It was.
So yes, we are going to be talking about the real estate
There you
world.
go.
Ah, there
There
you
you
go.
So, first of all,
Yes.
how important is it to have good credit when buying a house, or is it not important at all? I know that's probably a common question, but it's a huge question.
It is. It's a very big question. It certainly is very helpful.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I do when I first meet with someone who is going to be buying a property is we look at their situation and we look at what their motivation is for why they need to move and why they want to buy a house. And then we look at where their credit is and we say, okay, can we wait or should we be waiting a little bit of time so that we can do some things to increase and improve your credit? Will that be more advantageous entering the market at a higher credit? Or is it better to get into the market now and knowing that your credit is what it is, try to work through that?
Yeah. Yeah, because like when I was buying my first house, I was fortunate enough to have good credit and it just helped out easily. But if you don't have good credit, you can still go about getting a house.
It's still not impossible.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Correct. And there's so many great lenders that I work with that can be really creative and really helpful and useful. And some specialize in people who don't have the most amazing credit. And so, you can, if you have the right real estate agent who's working with you, they should have partnerships with a lot of different people that can set them up.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, so I have some questions on the other side of the spectrum as far as realty goes. So not really, like Matt's questions. I'm on the other side.
Okay. Great.
So what's the worst house you've ever seen? Because
Wow.
I'm sure, so you deal with people that are buying houses and with people that are selling their house, right?
Yes.
So for someone that was selling their house, obviously you have to go look at it, right? So you can do an assessment on it.
Yeah.
What's the worst house you've ever seen?
So,
I mean, obviously, you don't have to drop any names or anything like that.
Right. So the worst house, there's been a couple. there's been a couple. So the worst house overall, there wasn't a roof.
At all?
At all?
It was 70 to 80% gone.
Wow.
And it was in the winter. And I was new. I was a new agent. And I didn't know what to say. And
This is not selling. That's what you said.
No, I had buyers. Sorry, I wasn't selling. These were people, I was representing people who might want to buy the house. I don't really have any bad seller stories because I've been really fortunate and my sellers are like awesome. But had buyers who were looking at it and there was no roof. And I tend to try to be a really positive, optimistic person. And so I always try to like spin things in a good way and like look for the silver lining.
Spacious. Great views.
I said
open floor plan.
and roof. Yeah, no ceiling damage.
Massive skylight.
What I said was, maybe when the snow melts, you'll find part of your roof. We didn't end up putting an offer on that house. It might still be available. I'm not sure. But it was really rough.
That's funny.
It was really rough.
That's funny.
So, are you just in the Rochester area, or are you?
Rochester and the Finger Lakes.
Oh, okay. So you're all over, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. So, past 2 years, with the COVID, how was the COVID effect on the housing market per se?
That's a great question. It changed a lot of things. It changed a lot of things in the way that we do a lot of things. We started seeing that was really the beginning of a decrease in houses that were listed and available on the market, which has still impacted things greatly. And so that was kind of the beginning of that. But then it just changed everything. I mean, in the past, if you had a showing, you were representing buyers, you could take the family, whether there were kids or whoever, you could take everyone in and you could show it. And then once COVID happens, obviously people who were selling their house wanted to restrict the number of people who were in there. So sometimes it was just one or two adults who were making the financial decisions on whether to purchase that house or not. And that's tough. You want to involve the whole family if possible. You want the kids to be excited. You want all of that. And instead that changed a lot. I mean, obviously, like every place, face masks and hand sanitizer and no open houses. And so
was that difficult for you, or did you do the virtual thing? Because I know
I did a lot virtually, which I still do a lot of, even though we don't have to. Because I have a lot of buyers who are out of town. And so I had a showing this morning. I have lovely, awesome buyers who live in South Dakota who are coming to Rochester. And I did everything through FaceTime with them today.
That's cool. And they liked it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I've seen, in TV shows and movies and stuff like that, when someone dies in a house.
Oh, wow.
You have to say that, right? Is that true or not? Or is it true for possibly like any other types of crimes that like have happened in the house? Like, are you required to go over that kind of stuff with potential buyers? If you know about it?
Not in New York State.
No?
It's state by state. So...
Oh, so it is a real thing.
Yeah, in some states you do. Yeah, not in New York.
I wonder why.
I know, it's really weird. So I will say, I kind of have an interesting story about that. So one of the things that we do all the time is if someone's interested in a house or if you have a listing, you pull what's called comps. So you pull up comparable houses in the area. So I had a listing not too long ago, and so I pulled up comps on that house, and I saw this one house that had recently sold, but it had been on the market for a while, and I was like, that's strange. In this market, it's very unusual. Houses go in like very quickly. And so I called the agent and I was like, hi, I'm just calling to get some information on this house. And he was like, oh, great. Well, there's some notoriety with the house. And
here we go.
And I know a lot, and I try to learn about every neighborhood, but I mean, my gosh, there's a million neighborhoods. I don't know everything about everything. And he was like, well, that is where the murders happened. And I was like, oh, the murders. What are you talking about? So I'm like Googling. I'm like, oh, yeah, murders. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, so that probably skewed things. I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to just hit delete on that one. Let's
Yeah.
not use that
Yeah.
one.
I was like, I'm
Let's
not
not
sure.
use that one in the Matrix here.
No, not a comp. No.
That one's...
No, that's an outlier.
Right.
That is so funny.
Yeah, so,
So was it a well-known?
apparently,
Yeah.
not to me. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But you're not required to,
Okay. In this state, at least.
in this state.
That was a great question.
It was.
All right, so what are the most common questions you get when selling or showing a house? Do you get like
like a standard...
just a
Rate of
you know
questions.
it's coming question? Can I get it for cheaper?
I mean, always.
Your
Yeah.
commission
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about that. So,
Commission?
yeah, put a pin in that one.
Okay.
What do I think it will go for is always the question.
Okay, yeah.
Because right now the list price, in the past it's been seen as like a target that buyers should be aiming for, and now it's like a starting point.
Right.
It's not a ceiling, it's a starting point.
Yeah, so like I literally know 5 people that have bought a house in the past year. Mm-hmm. We'll just say the house is for $100,000, right?
Okay.
They bought it for $180,000.
Yeah, it's nuts.
$170,000. You know?
Yeah, I got a friend of mine just bought a house too, and they told me how much they paid for it, and I'm like, I mean, it's a nice house, but it's not.
He paid way more.
It's not the number that
Yeah.
It's not the list price.
I would have guessed that it was.
So is that
Which
another-
I'll tell you what, that really makes me want to sell my house.
But
Great time to sell. I'd be happy to help you with that.
But say you sell your house and you get like that extra money, if you go to buy a house, you know what I mean? You're going to pay that extra money. I was thinking the same thing though.
Right.
I was like, it's time to cash in.
Dude, because I bought my house 5 years ago, and I bought it cheap.
Yeah.
Like $30,000 under what it was worth then.
Right.
I put a lot into it,
Oh, yeah, you
and
did.
now the market's really good.
Yeah.
And I'm just like...
It's hard not to,
Dude,
right?
I'm itching. Yeah, because I know how much potential money is just sitting there, and
That's
I'm like...
true.
For the
But
double.
the thing that sucks, I wish I had another property currently to move to, because...
I can also help you with that.
This is
Just
perfect.
saying.
You have all these problems, and I just have solution after solution.
I wasn't gonna film today, and then Matt was like, "Hey, the realtor's coming," and I'm
That's me.
like, "Hey, I'll see you at noon." So
I'm just saying.
I'll describe my house to you later.
Yeah, we can talk offline.
So, for houses going, that much over, is that because of the COVID, or is it just that's the way the housing market is?
That's just the way the housing market is. We have really low inventory. And so, with that said, people still need to buy a house for whatever reason. Like, so the people that I'm working with in South Dakota are starting their residency program here.
Okay.
They have to be in Rochester. They're going to be in Rochester for 6 years. They don't want to rent for 6 years, and renting is just as problematic sometimes.
Yeah.
And so they need to be here. It's not just people who are like, oh, I want a bigger house. That'd be fun. I mean, it's people who need to be buying.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, because I pulled some numbers for you. So in February of 2021, that month, there was 1,042 new listings in the overall Western New York, Greater Rochester area. Okay.
Got it.
This February, 940.
Oof.
Damn.
That number of 10...
500 difference, right? You said there was 1,400?
No, 1,042. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
a difference of
1,042,
100.
gotcha.
When you're only talking about 1,000 houses,
Right.
a difference of 100 is a big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just inventory. Inventory is so low right now.
And even rent, like if you go to rent a 2-bedroom apartment at a complex, you're talking like $1,000 to $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
That's for a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, if you wanted to rent a house with 4-bedroom or whatever,
Right.
I mean, you're talking 15.
Right.
That's why I struggle too with potentially wanting to sell my house. Because we're thinking about moving depending on what school district. My daughter's 2.5.
Okay.
So we're thinking about potentially moving based on what school district we want her to be in.
Sure.
Plus, I want some land, but that's
Okay.
But anyways, but it's tough because I'm like, well, do I just sell it and take the money,
Right.
or do I rent it? You know what I mean? And technically, it would be real easy for me to make my house into a two-family house. So
you can get double. So
because I have 2 kitchens.
So that was one of my questions.
Downstairs.
Yeah,
and it's a walkout.
It's nice,
and it's in Henrietta, and I only have 1 neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need.
Her brain's going like ching 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 ching
for you.
And I'm on a half an acre.
Okay. Those are all great. I mean, yeah, those are a lot of opportunities and options for you to think about.
Yeah. And that was one of my questions is, so say he wants to do that, or I want to get another property and rent it out. Is that it seems easy. Oh, I just find someone, move in, blah, blah, blah. But what's the realistic expectations behind it, like with renter's insurance, or do you need a renter something, or
So those are great questions. I mean, as far as how easy it is, I mean, we all know that you can rent something from Craigslist, or you can go through a real estate agent and get it listed in what's called the MLS, the multi-listing system, which is where all the houses that are listed for sale are. I mean, the main thing that you're going to want to make sure that you do if you go down that path is that you appropriately and legally vet anyone who's going to be coming in and who's going to be doing that, and that's tricky.
So would it be, so for example, him, because I was thinking the same thing, would it be smarter for him to rent his house and not sell it and let that income pay for his other house, or just sell it and get another house?
So what I would want to do...
That's what I want to do too, kind of.
Yeah, it's smart. It's really smart. I mean, passive income's the way to go.
Right.
What I would want to do is look to see how many other situations and houses are like that are for rent right now in that area, and more specifically in that school district. Because really that's what we look for, because people are more interested usually in the school district than they are specifically what town or what, specific area. So I would kind of look at it that way. If there's...
I just don't know if I want to deal with having tenants, though. You know what I mean? Because friends of mine had a rental property, actually just right around the corner on Castle, 3 units, or a 3-unit place. And there was just always, like, whenever I would call them and we would talk, inevitably that house would come up in conversation, and it would be, I had to go over and fix this, or, bro, you want to go grab a beer? Oh, I'm over at the Castle Roadhouse. You know what I mean? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and like I just don't want to deal with that. I mean, I love the idea of the passive income and just having the place just work for me, but it's not really like just working for me. I'm still working for it.
That's like behind the scenes,
right?
There's a lot of work that goes into renting these houses.
Especially especially like if I converted mine into a 2-family place. You know what I mean? Like then I'm dealing with 2 separate. I feel like if I was gonna rent it, I'd probably just do it as one. Just rent the whole house out.
Less people.
And just...
to a family.
Right.
You could also see if you could have... If someone who was interested in one of the properties could be like a property manager.
True.
And so they would be upstairs and on call if there's any issues or problems. And then you'd have the bottom. Yeah,
because the downstairs is 1 bedroom and the upstairs is 3 bedrooms.
So your property manager would be downstairs.
Yeah, you do got the perfect house for that.
Dude, imagine. Because right at the bottom of the steps when you go to my downstairs, if I put a little vestibule right there with a door, done. And then the laundry would be shared too, between the 2.
Yeah.
Great.
Brilliant. Man. Yeah, so that was one of my questions, and I was in the same boat as him. I was like, man, I would love to have 2 properties, but like you're saying, there's a lot.
There's a lot that goes into it. Yeah, it's not just like, oh, cool, yeah, I'm just gonna rent my house and buy another one.
It looks
it's
easy.
Not that,
the stuff on TV, I know from me doing all the editing to this show and everything, but I mean, they make it look like anyone can do it,
Right.
and anyone cannot do it.
Anyone cannot do it.
You know, and even if you have a lot of help, you know, the average person like us, we can't just let's get a house because all these fees that go with it, and then you and I are broke, and we're like, who's gonna help us now? You know,
Right. It sounds like selling might be a better option.
Yeah, we could.
I just want all that money.
I know.
There's
That extra money.
There's so much profit in this house for me right now.
I'm picking up on that. Yeah.
I mean, I bought it 5 years ago for $116.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I owe, I don't know, 100 on it now.
Right.
Right,
And
right
there's-
around like exactly 100.
And it's 4-bedroom.
4-bedroom, 2 full baths. Well, one full bath is just a stand-up shower, but it's 2 full baths, 2 kitchens, 2 living. You know, there's a living room downstairs, walkout basement, so it walks out into the backyard.
It's a big house.
I just had EverDry come in and redo all the drainage inside and outside the house for 4 years ago.
Great.
So oil, septic,
Okay.
well, but we have a filtration
System,
system
sure.
and you know all that stuff. So
Well, it looks like Oliver's moving.
Right.
This has been a great half hour for me. This is terrific.
She's like, I'm selling Matt's house and Oliver's house.
I'm busy Saturday.
busy Saturday, right? Showing this morning, podcast.
Just a typical Saturday. Not even
About to
busy.
sell 2
It's
houses.
a standard.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I got another question for you.
Okay.
What's the strangest thing someone's asked you about a house?
Gotta be something.
The strangest thing. I mean, I have been asked if people died in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prior to today, with you.
Not the first.
No. And that I don't know. You know, it's like probably the house is 100 years old. I don't know. Chances are, at some point, someone didn't make
That's a
it.
good thing. That kind of segues like into my next question too.
Oh.
I saw this one. It said, "How have you ever been asked if the house is haunted?"
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I don't.
And there's
I don't
got
know.
to. I mean, listen.
Matt believes in aliens and ghosts,
There's got to be. There's got to be
especially aliens.
some sort of. This is true.
Well, that's.
There's got to be some.
Have
sort
you had
of,
like encounters?
No, but
We've done
Oh.
a couple conspiracy shows. Though,
Yeah.
and it's
But we're
come
still
up.
a believer, huh?
I
Yeah.
just feel that
Okay.
if it's not aliens, there's something else up there.
I mean, there's definitely
Sure.
intelligent life somewhere,
Yeah.
or some kind of life somewhere.
Yeah.
But I don't think
'Cause
they're
it's
flying
like-
around in ships with little green foreheads.
Oh, it'd be cool to see one though.
Maybe you could
As he
find
looks
them-
out the
maybe you could-
window.
Maybe you could find him a house. You need a lot of space
in
for that shit.
Nevada.
That's what I can do.
By area, whatever.
Right.
51.
Yeah, nowhere near
Sure.
us.
I'm sure I'll
Nowhere
work on
near
that.
us.
All right, so like you were saying earlier, being a realtor, there's a lot that goes with a house. So, do you have a lot of friends that do different things, like inspector,
Yeah.
banker, handyman, painter, blah, all that?
Yeah,
That
definitely.
could go
yeah.
to,
Yeah, I have what I consider my team, and it's people, it's inspectors, it's attorneys who specialize in real estate,
Oh, that's true. Too.
because that's
So these
really
are these people that
important.
are like affiliated with your company, or are they just people that you know
Just-
that are that can potentially be beneficial in your
yeah.
field?
Yeah, so when I started out, like anyone starting a new job, I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And so I decided to go and talk to people who I wanted to say was on my team so that I could refer them to people, to my clients. And so, yeah, I have attorneys, inspectors, insurance agents, well and septic inspectors, all of that kind of stuff.
So is it like a one, like if you're going to sell a house, that's the one thing that's kind of cool. And like, are they all like local people?
Yeah.
Here in Rochester?
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. They're great.
Well, if you ever find yourself in need of a painter,
Yes.
I happen to know a guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay, always.
Cool. It's me.
Oliver.
Yeah, I'm picking
Yeah.
up on that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
always.
I'll
yeah.
give you some of my cards.
Great.
Actually, I think I have some here.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I left some here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the one thing I like too. So like, you know, you pick these people and you know they're going to have other jobs, but you know, if they're free, you know, you're helping them out as well.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot when selling a house. There's a lot of jobs that, you know, you could help out with. And
Absolutely.
support local. And I think that part of it is super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And beneficial to, you know, handymen and painters and
Absolutely.
plumbers and, you know.
Yep.
Everyone.
It's cool.
Yeah, no. Everyone that I work with is local. Mortgage lenders, banks, all of that is local.
Damn. You keep forgetting about all those other. I'm just thinking painter, carpenter, you know.
Yeah.
But then there's bankers,
so many other
attorney,
things.
bam, this, that, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's
Rolodex is getting thick.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
Yeah.
Hey, but you sell 10 or 12, 20, however many houses, you know, they're going to get some business.
Yep.
I like
For
it.
sure.
All right, I got one last question. Have you ever found squatters in a house?
No, but I found
Property.
squirrels.
Squatting squirrels?
They were scurrying.
Little
They were not
suckers.
squatting.
Scurrying squirrels. Scurrying, squatting squirrels. Some alliteration.
That was a tongue twister.
No, I haven't found squatters officially.
But that is a common thing.
Sure.
Squatters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my one friend, he rents his house out. And this situation is happening. This guy's still living there rent free.
Yeah.
And like they're going back and forth with like lawyers and stuff now. So I'm like and you would think just kick them out, right?
Well, they can't with the
With
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like I'm just like
That'll all be coming to an end soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
but I couldn't believe it.
But then I think
Yeah.
I heard though that one of the things that might be happening with that when that like officially ends, when you know people are allowed to be evicted again, then you're going to have to go like that 90 days or whatever it is
Probably.
beyond. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like it's okay. Well, your 90 days passed already. Now get the fuck out.
Right.
No, now it's
Right.
you know you still have to wait 90 more days.
and it's
So,
crazy.
you know it's like a year
It's
and a half
tough.
plus 90 days.
And he's losing out on like he could be
Right.
renting it to somebody else.
Right.
Well, he's
Right.
probably paying for the house too.
Well, I mean, his taxes
So really,
are still
he's,
due.
so he's
I mean, everything's
paying
still
for
due.
that guy to live there.
I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, so
I mean,
squatters is a real.
I know what you're talking about too.
yeah. I don't. But yeah.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
it's a very real thing.
Oh,
Sucks.
man.
I do want to say one thing because I said to put a pin in it and we didn't revisit
Yeah,
it.
commission.
Commission.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it because people don't know because it's weird to talk about. So, commission is typically paid for by the seller.
Right.
It's not. Well, I just said people don't know this, and then you're like, yeah, right.
I mean, I knew that.
That's not
I bought a house
supportive.
though, so I.
Well, I have no one to talk to.
We'll
No.
talk to them.
So, people, so there's no charge typically for buyers to use an agent. And so it's really important to do so. And it's important we have what's called a buyer's agency agreement that says that it's like a loyalty agreement that you will work together. And if you don't have that, legally speaking, the agent's fiduciary responsibility goes to the seller.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Even if you're working with the buyer, if you don't have that agreement, you're technically still working for the seller.
Gotcha.
Even if it's not your listing. So it's really important. And there's no charge to use an agent because it's
As
paid
a
for.
buyer.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't know that there was no charge.
From an agent's perspective.
Right.
I don't
Right.
get paid by my clients who are buyers.
Right. Just by the sellers. So it's beneficial, obviously, for you to sell somebody a house, but your pay comes from the person that's selling, not the person that's buying.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And now you
Oh,
don't-
that's cool. I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That it wasn't, that there, you know. I mean, I knew that, obviously, when you sell a house and you use
Sure.
a real estate company for it, you know, you owe, you know, whatever X amount of dollars. But I guess I didn't realize that as a buyer, there wasn't some at least some sort of like flat rate fee or whatever, just for the services of that. Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So do you ever get in a situation where you got the people buying it and the people selling it are yours at once? Or is that just uncommon?
That's a great question.
That's just like perfect, right? Or no?
It depends.
Yeah. Has it happened?
Oh, it happens all the time.
Really?
Not with me. I don't do that.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Because I don't think that's fair.
Okay. Why?
I missed something.
So the seller is using her, and then the buyer is using her.
For the same property.
Oh, okay.
To do both ends of a deal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know how... I mean, I could. People do, and I'm not saying that people who do this shouldn't do this. I just know I don't want to do this. You can't... How do you represent both sides equally?
I have no clue.
I don't... If I'm going to advocate for someone, I'm going to advocate for them. Mm-hmm. I'm not... How do you advocate knowing the other side and knowing how that's going to go and then presenting and those kinds of things? Yeah. So, some agents do it and do it very well and seamlessly, and no one has any issues or hiccups, and that's great for them. That's just not something that I am comfortable doing.
Right. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so I have a couple this or that's.
Oh, yes. We're at that point.
You've seen the show, so we'd like to do a couple.
Yeah, we'd like to switch it up, get to know you.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, so would you rather be extremely intelligent or extremely attractive?
Oh.
And these questions are for all of us, so...
So who goes first?
You can go first.
Oh, wow. Okay. Intelligent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to go intelligent as well.
Well, I've never been either, so I'm going to go with attractive because I'm neither one. So I'm going to go with attractive because they just seem to have it quite easy. I know a lot of smart people that have really tough times, and I know a lot of good-looking people that fucking just keep on breezing by. So
they just coast through life.
Yeah, man.
They just smile.
Fuck yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
But, like, what happens if they get hit by a truck? You know?
Well, they're dead. That's the difference.
But, like, what if you're not dead, you're
hit
just
by a truck,
like...
too. I don't want to be so attractive that I can't see a truck coming at me. Like, I don't want to be that attractive. I want to be like a 9.5. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want to be like a 10.
Room to grow. Sure. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
I want to be like a 10.
Sure.
I want to need like a little bit of like airbrushing in my pictures. You know what I mean? But not a lot.
No.
Not a lot. Not like right now.
No, it's a bonus.
Right.
It's not a necessity.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
I hear you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's funny.
All right. Love or money?
Love.
You're going to go love? Man, this is a tough question.
Okay, well, I'll give you some time and I'll answer first. I'm going to go with money.
You're going to go money?
Okay, now, I already have love, so I've experienced that before.
Great.
I've never had money. So I would just like to see what it's like.
Maybe if you sell your property.
I would choose love.
That's true.
If I found money and then, experienced that for a little while, I would always take love over it. Right. But I never seen money, so, I'll take that.
I see where you
already have this.
I'm gonna have to agree with Oliver on that one because I've never had a lot of money either.
Well, me neither.
It would be great to just
something different.
To just you guys want to go to Europe right now?
Right.
We're gone.
I just want to buy that house. Right. How's your credit? Doesn't matter. I got cash. I got cash.
Cash buyers.
Oh, shit.
Okay, would you rather get a phone call or a text message?
Text. All day, every day.
Watch this one.
I am phone call all day, talking your ear off.
Wow.
Yeah. If you don't hang up on me.
I mean, right. No, that's...
Then he'll just call you back.
Right.
Well,
he's not going to text you.
No, of course
be like, hey, are you still there?
No. Did you hang up?
Yeah, no.
I prefer... For me, it's situational. Sometimes I prefer a phone call, and then sometimes, most of the time, though, more often than not, I text rather than call. Yeah. But there are some situations where I prefer a phone call just to...
Yeah.
I'd like to doubly make sure that...
Because sometimes that one text could lead to 50. And you know if you make that one call, it's 1 minute and done.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially, too, I sometimes have a bad habit of, like, if I'm in the middle of something and I get a text, I'll read it real quick and I'll be like, okay, I'm just going to finish this. Like, especially if I'm at work, I'll be like, I'm just going to finish this and then I'll respond. Mm-hmm. And then I never respond. Like, I just totally forget about it. Especially if I've, like, opened it and read it and the notification goes away that I have a new text message. Oh. And then, by the end of the day, I've talked to 15 people so that, Kim is I have to scroll to get back to it, and then I forgot about it.
Who has time for that?
Nobody has time to
not you.
Kim back.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Right.
I will pin your message so it stays at the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You have a system.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, for you, I do. For everybody else, but nobody else is trying to give me a lot of money for my house.
I'm trying.
I know. That's why I pinned you.
Right. Perfect. So once that house deal is done, I don't get the pin anymore?
No, your pin stays because I'll forget to unpin it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, and then I won't have time to do that. So.
Great. No, and then I'll be at the bottom or the top or who knows. Yeah.
Well, you did the top.
Great. Okay. Good. Good. Lovely.
Okay. Would you rather have the ability to talk to animals or to speak every human language? It's a tough one, right? On the one hand, you could sell a house to anybody in the world. On the other hand, you could tell the squirrels to get the fuck out.
No squatting squirrels.
No squatting.
But just because I can speak to them doesn't mean they're going to listen to me.
That's true.
Screw you.
Right.
Yeah. Who do you think you are?
Right, and you'll just be the crazy lady running across the house chasing a squirrel.
And do people...
What'd you just say to me?
Here's a good question, though. Do people know I can talk to animals? Or am I just going to be talking to animals and people are like, what the fuck is she doing?
They don't know it, but you can tell them.
Right?
You can tell them that you can talk to animals.
I feel like people do that now, and it doesn't go over well.
And whenever you talk to animals, it's in a high-pitched voice.
Right. So I don't think...
Pigeon shits on your car. I seen that! Screw you! What'd you say, you little rat? Woo, you'd be committed real fast.
Real fast. And then you're like, no, I really can. And you're like, no, you can't.
No, you can't.
Right. So I'm going to go with people.
Every human language?
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go with every
sticking with the animals, man. You never know.
It's going to be a solitary life for you.
It'll be like Ace Ventura, though. Join me, my jungle friends.
Oliver's like, you want to go to the zoo? We're like, no. He's like, dude, let's go to the zoo. Let's go to the zoo.
They're expecting
me. Dude, the new giraffe is freaking hilarious.
We'll be like, really? Why?
Oh my god.
Wait, dude, I'll translate for you.
Oh, man.
And then it's like a giraffe thing. Sorry. Dude, that wasn't funny. It's a giraffe thing. You had to hear him say it.
That's funny.
It wasn't the words, it was the tone. Right.
I've long been telling Jackie, my wife, that after I used to be in the restaurant business for like 18 years.
Oh, wow.
COVID killed my restaurant.
Oh.
So
it's terrible.
After getting out of that one, I was really torn on whether I wanted to be in the restaurant business anymore because my daughter was born end of 2019. Shutdown happened March 2020.
Yeah.
And then I went from working 70, 80 hours a week to 15.
Sure.
And, my daughter was little. And then I got to do everything with my girl. Plus, we couldn't go anywhere. So, I was just home. We were home with our daughter. So I got to spend all the time. We didn't miss anything. First steps. First words, first crawl, first first laugh, first fart. We were both there together for all of it. And the idea of going back to 70 hours a week, nights, weekends, always on call, and I was a GM too, so it's like every problem was my problem, I got to go to the restaurant, middle of dinner, I got to go down to the restaurant, there's a problem, or I got to do this, or I got to take care of that.
Right.
3 o'clock in the morning, somebody calls me because they can't close out the end of the day, or the lock doesn't work. You know what I mean? Right. I'll come down and fix it. You know what I mean? So I stepped away from the restaurant business. I also just stepped away from my train of thought and where I was going with this. Where did I start?
You're getting kind of worked up.
Where did I start this out?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think you were going to say that you you're never going back to the restaurant business.
No. I was going to hit that point, but then, wow, I totally forgot what I started talking about. and what got me on the restaurant business. Oh, I remember.
We got it.
I got it. You just got to pay attention quick. You know what I mean? I change subjects a lot. So I keep telling Jackie that, like, now that I'm out of the restaurant business and I don't really work with people on that level anymore, because I'm a painter now, so I see them, I quote it, they say yes, I paint it, and then I leave.
Right.
Pretty simple. Like, now that I'm becoming, like, more introverted, or I am becoming more introverted, like, I want more and more land. So every time somebody pisses me off or, like, says something irritating to me, or we're in public and it's, like, an annoying situation, I'll tell Jackie, I'll be like, it's 50 acres now.
Right.
Not 25 acres. It's 50 acres now.
I want more.
It's 50 acres. Or she'll be like, how upset are you right now? 100 acres. I just tell her.
That's your new measurement.
I just tell her in terms of amount of land that I want, so I can further myself from people.
Right.
So, and I'm going to build my property right in the center, too. I want it to be a big square or a circle.
We're going to Oliver's house. Bring a tent.
You know.
Yeah,
and hiking boots.
We can camp anywhere we
want.
want.
We're going to have to hike in. But
any more?
I don't know where I went with that, but
no, that's good.
That's where I went with that. Okay, final one.
Final one.
Would you? Oh yeah, because I would pick animals because I'm not going to be around people. So
so you talked to them.
Full circle.
And no one could observe you talking to the animals,
right. So nobody can make fun of me. So it's fine. I'll just sit on my 100 acres by my fucking self talking to the squatting squirrels.
I have to say, I think that the consequences of this is more than just people talking about you. I think you would be committed. I mean, not where you are.
It says I'm yelling at squirrels.
I'm not yelling. I'm talking to people. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather lose your hearing or lose your sight?
Oh, man.
That's a tough one.
I'm going to go hearing because, it'd be tough not to be able to see.
Same for me. I'd rather lose my hearing than my sight because I generally don't give a what people have to say anyway. So I don't really need to hear anybody.
It'd almost be perfect. What?
It would. Sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably choose hearing as well because I feel like the workaround that there's solutions to that. Whether you learn American Sign Language or you just give everyone the finger or whatever whatever you choose to do. Right.
That would be the most common one.
Well, I mean, we all have our tools.
I feel like learning sign language would be a whole lot easier than trying to learn Braille.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
Because you could, that's...
I mean...
I think the hardest thing about Braille is finding where the Braille is. Mm-hmm. Like they put it on hotel,
signs.
Door, the
How
number on hotel
that?
door.
Right.
It's this big.
Right.
But I did meet.
Let's find that.
It's
a cruel joke.
Yeah, at my work, there's this blind guy. He's obviously been blind for a while. He knows exactly. He can just maneuver around anything.
It's amazing.
I think that is unbelievably amazing.
It's
amazing.
amazing.
And that people can do that, and you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
And you'll see, like, especially. If you see someone who's blind and they're walking down the street, without a dog or they're just with their guidance stick.
Yep.
It's unreal to me. Like, so the process for us to walk down a street, you know what I mean? You walk, you avoid things when you see them, and then that's it.
Right.
When they think about walking down the street, obviously they know how many steps it is. They know where this pole is, and if they hit it, I'm up. I know where I am now because it feels like this. I can't imagine maneuvering. I can barely get around my own house in the dark.
For sure.
Right.
You know what I mean? Without stubbing my toe or smashing my knee against the table or something.
Yeah. And their hearing is just.
Yeah. Well, all their other senses they say get heightened when you lose one. Yeah. But I think it's incredible that. People can do that.
Yeah.
This dude is super cool, but So I'm going to go with my hearing.
Yeah, I'm going to go hearing too.
Because I don't care what people chirp about anyways.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions we have for you. Do you have any for us?
Yeah.
Yes, I do, actually. I would like to know what it was that made me your favorite guest.
Well, you haven't puked on us.
Nope.
So
but it's not over.
That's true. Well, you're pinned in my text messages.
True.
You could possibly be selling me my house.
Could be.
And you made us laugh.
Great. Okay.
Yes. Conversation was great.
Yeah.
We laughed a lot.
Good.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great.
And you answered our questions very well.
Did I?
Yeah.
You
didn't fold to us either.
No.
I always test people a little bit too.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
know.
mean? See how they're gonna,
I've
if they're
watched
gonna
the
lean or
podcast.
bend. You know what I mean?
No.
Plus, you're one of the only guests that's watched the podcast before they came on it. So that puts you ahead just there.
I did
And
a lot
you're
of
prepared.
studying.
You
I
had
had
notes. You know what I mean?
I mean, right.
Nobody else has ever come on with notes.
Yep.
Okay,
So
All around, a lot of fun, and that's the only thing that matters here.
yeah,
good.
We like to have fun and laugh.
yeah.
Next question is, how far out do you plan who you're going to have on your podcasts?
It depends when their availability is.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could go, like, if we talk to somebody this afternoon, we would just see if they were available next week.
But, like, you have such a great range of topics that you hit on here, which I think is really awesome. And it's so locally based and community based and all those things, which I think is incredible.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Do you have, like, ideas for things like, oh, this summer we want to make sure that we...
Yeah.
do
So
X
as far
or-
as planning out shows go,
Yeah.
we are always looking for new opportunities, new places to go to do our show, new events to possibly be at. We're talking about doing a show with our friend Alex, who is one of our, or actually I should say, our only and oldest sponsor.
Yeah.
He makes T-shirts and does a bunch of art.
Cool.
He sells at the public market every week or every weekend.
Is that the
so-
Gods and Gladiators?
Gods and Gladiators, yep.
I told you I watched the show.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah.
He has a booth down at the public market every Saturday, so we're going to actually go down
Oh,
to
fun.
the market
Yeah.
and do a show at the market while we're walking
I love
around.
it. Yeah.
We're going to set up at his booth and
cool.
sort of, help promote him and then,
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, so we're always looking at where we can go and what we can do next.
So now we have the ability to go somewhere and film. As before, like a year ago, we didn't. And when the summer comes, we want to do, sort any festival we can, not
We
say
want to
get
just
it
try to get to.
Yeah, just get to, because all we need is footage, and we can do, a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we want to, with Ryan, hopefully do a beer pass type thing.
With Taylor.
Taylor. I don't know why I always say that. Always
It's all
say
right.
his name wrong.
I mean,
Constant.
No worries. But yeah, so I mean, and especially when we started the show, I think what was really good for us was that COVID was here, because we started March 28th, 2020 was our very first show.
Yeah.
And we couldn't go anywhere.
Right.
And we couldn't do anything. And so really the only thing that we could do was just work on the show. We couldn't outgrow ourselves too fast or try to do too much too fast.
Yeah.
So we learned the basics first. Because when we started, we had his phone and a tiny little tripod stacked on a couple of books
Oh my God.
on a high top table whose top, it was like a shelf,
It was bad.
but the top of the table was old pieces of flooring from his kitchen that he had left over. So that was our studio. You know what I mean? Like that was
Right,
it.
right.
And then we started, and he was editing the show on a free app on his phone. So everything was just from his phone.
Wow.
And then we got, like a $10 microphone and plugged that into the phone. And then
Right.
we got,
Just
a
graduated,
taller
yeah.
tripod. And then we started messing with some lights. And then we got, and now, I mean, we're, then we got, we had a dollar store green tablecloth that he picked up. Because
For the
when he
green
got his new editing
'Cause I heard it would
software,
work.
he thought he was like, we can do green screen stuff. So he got the tablecloths, two different color ones though, because they didn't have the same. So it was a darker one and a lighter one. So we thumbtacked them on the wall behind us here.
Yeah.
And, then, I paint, and he started talking about paint, and I was like, dude, we could get like the pull down screen for the green screen. I was like, there's a paint.
Yeah.
That we could get. And so I found the exact chroma key green screen paint, and we painted half this room.
Yeah. And another thing that we like to do too is anything local, anything in the Rochester area, we like to promote. We like to, at least shout out. This year we're going to try to have way more guests on the show, anything local, regardless of what it is,
Yeah.
And we're going to try to, any small business, we either go there or they can come here, and so there's a lot of
we
fun
definitely
things.
love going to businesses, doing
Yeah.
a little interview and a little show from there. It's really cool.
And like even this, you know, I've always been interested in the housing market. You know, I know there's a lot of that goes into it, but
Yeah.
it's just fun to talk about. And we do, you know, we literally talk about anything that's not in the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything not major.
That's good. That's good. I think that you provide a real value and a real service to Rochester, and I just think it's great what you guys are doing and showcasing
thank you
others.
so much.
We appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. That's it. Those are my questions.
Cool.
And thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Definitely. Thank you for coming on. We'd
Yeah.
love to have you back at some point.
Great. I'd love to
Yes.
come back.
For
Anytime
sure.
you want to come back, any
Great.
subject you want to talk about, we could
Wow.
talk about
See,
real
we could
estate.
we could
again.
do a show from the pub, and that way she can be on another show and she can look at my house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
I could assess your house as the show goes on.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you'd be at the bar though. You know what I mean? Because I built a bar. So that's
I
it.
mean, right.
Yeah.
and it's
Right. Okay. Great.
just hanging out at the bar. Doing a
Great.
show.
Terrific.
And we can maybe do a beer pass, another beer pass episode, which you know we're probably going to do.
Right.
So,
Maybe you guys could come to an open house that I have,
or we
and you
do
could
that.
talk to buyers.
I mean, that would be cool if we could do it.
Come in. Dude,
Right?
we'd be like, you guys ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
That's my next binge.
Never been in. I was gonna make a joke.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
we
even
could
funny.
wear suits and we could. You know,
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a clip later from It's
Okay.
Always
Well,
Sunny
maybe
in
that's a
Philly.
bad idea. I don't know.
That's it. Oh, it'll be great.
Okay. Maybe we'll do someone else's open house. I never do open houses, but I'll find someone.
Hey, we were
One of
pro
those double
golfers. We
dippers.
were pro golfers once. Well, I was. He
Yeah.
was my agent.
I mean, it's a big weekend for
You should
that.
watch the very first show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Gonna-
definitely don't
About
watch
10
that.
years. About 10 years ago today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That was fun.
It was crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, anyways, guys, don't forget, we are going to leave all of Kim's information down below if you'd like to
Yep.
get a hold of her, if you're interested in selling and or buying or both. Then she is definitely the one to call. And again,
She
all of
is.
her information will be in the description down below. Don't forget, you can check out our YouTube and Facebook page, both at One Drink Podcast. Be sure to click on the bell notification and the sub button. Be the first ones notified when all of our new episodes hit.
Yes. And all we ask is if you please just share with one person.
That's it. Just one.
Just one person.
Just one.
One class.
For Kim. Do it for Kim.
Yes.
Please.
Do it for
For Kim.
Kim.
Come on.
Do it for Kim. Come on, Ken. Do it for Kim.
I just had a birthday. Come on.
Right, she just had
Yeah.
a birthday.
Man.
That's 2 shares. That's 2 shares.
That would be.
But anyways, guys, until next week.
See ya.
Cheers. Nice job, dude.
Yeah, was it okay?
Definitely, dude. That was
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, okay.
That
How was it? You tell us.
Fine, but
53 minutes.
I mean, is that good? What do you want to be
That's
at?
really good. That's right around where we like to be.